Okay, it happens to be very windy today, so the sound might be not the greatest. Anyway, I'm at Imperial Dam long-term visitor area, and it's just beautiful out here. Palm trees. It looks like the Nile River almost. And anyway, this episode, I'm going to go into rock hounding. Okay. Now, what they did was this area of California was part of the Colorado River, and when they dug out this channel here called the All-American Canal, they dug down, I don't know, 20 or 30 feet, and they dug into an ancient river channel of the Colorado River. So I'm a rock hounder, and they dug out all kinds of beautiful rocks. I mean, just really beautiful agates, chalcedonies, some obsidian, very fine-grained basalts. Some of the finest grained basalts I've seen, volcanic basalts, banded cherts. Okay, you can see it's all rounded. Okay, very smooth. It took thousands of years tumbling down the Colorado River to cause that. Okay. So that's why, you know, and some of this stuff probably came from hundreds of miles away. It just tumbled for thousands of years. Just beautiful, rounded rocks. There's also beautiful jaspers, every imaginable color you can think of. Okay, so this episode, I'm gonna go into a couple more tips. Now, if you look at my channel, Eagle Eric, you go into my channel and click playlists, you'll see hobbies and sports. I go into rock hounding. Okay, now I'm down into this wash. Okay, these mounds are 20 feet high. Okay, that's all dredgings from the All-American Canal, which basically is, they dredged out the ancient Colorado River. So that's why there's so many cool rocks here. They made a couple of mounds here. Okay, they're about, like I say, about 20 feet high, each of them. I'm going to go into 2 tips on how to find really nice stuff. Like, you can see it. I mean, it's like, this is all river cobble. When you see round rocks like this, that tells you that took thousands of years in nature's rock tumbler, basically. I'm finding just beautiful rocks here. And anywhere along the All-American Canal, if you start seeing like all this river cobble and stuff, you have a very good chance of finding really nice agates, agatized rocks, and chalcedony, basalts, banded cherts, flints, just beautiful rocks. So anyway, this episode, I'm going to give you a couple of tips. I did a couple of other episodes. This is just what I found today. I mean, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. This is your basalts. Very, very fine basalts, which after they go through a tumbling process for 5 weeks, they just come out beautiful. This type of stuff comes out beautiful. And there's like a jasper, another lighter color jasper. And so what I do is I put them in a tumbling process for 5 weeks, and I'm out in the middle of nowhere, you know, out in the desert. So I'm just using solar power to run my rock tumbler. This is right here. Okay, I don't have it running right now. Okay, let me just turn it on. Okay, that's running off of solar. I'm gonna turn it off. I've got that hooked up on this outlet here, and you know, off of an inverter, and I got another 600 watts on top. That's running that. But not to get sidetracked, I want to give you 2 good pointers. If you're in a good area, like that mound right there, that's all dredgings. That was all dredged out of the All-American Canal, which was basically the Colorado River. So my 2 pointers here is, if you're in a good spot, well, you know, you want to look for river cobble, like I showed here. And then you know you're in the ancient riverbed when you see this river cobble. Super round. Took thousands of years in a river to form that, make it round like that. Okay. You want to go back at certain times of the day. Like if you're always going to a spot at 10 in the morning and it's a good spot, then go back at 4 in the afternoon, because the light reflects off rocks differently depending on the time of day. I walked over some key pieces I got down here, very rare pieces, picture jasper and all kinds of stuff. I walked right over them because the sun wasn't reflecting off of them properly, okay? Because I wasn't there at the right time of day. That's a big piece of chalcedony. It was like literally right on the pathway, and I missed it for months. So, you know, go back at a different time of the day. Now, you just wet it down, you'll see how it will look. It'll look better than this after a 5-week tumbling. But it gives you a better idea of how it will look. You just wet it down. Just beautiful rocks out here. This is just what I picked up today. Look at that piece of banded chert. Just a piece of jasper. Just beautiful stuff out here. Beautiful stuff. Okay, this is stuff I just finished tumbling that I found out here, which obviously you don't have to wet it down after it's gone through the tumbling process. It'll just look beautiful. This is chalcedony, these pieces here. So yeah, I mean, if you put them up to the sunlight, you can see right through them. And this never usually works, but I'm gonna try it. I'll see. Okay. Just beautiful stuff. I mean, look at the colors. That's unbelievable green. Just a beautiful piece. Some gray type rocks. Stuff like this might be petrified wood. Not sure. Almost looks like a shark's tooth. This is my digging tool. Nice to have something like this. This is just a garden trowel, and I took off the 2 other prongs. Something easy, so I get a little more reach. And if there's a rock that's in the ground, I'll just dig it out real quick with something like that. So now the other thing is, in tumbling, if you see concretions like this, they're almost like cement. It's not going to tumble well. You got to get a scratch stone. I call this a scratch stone, and you got to put those areas and scratch it back and forth to get rid of those concretions. Like I say, it won't polish properly if you leave those on there. So I use a scratch stone, which is basically very porous. It's not a flat stone. It's got a lot of holes in it and stuff, and you're just going to be scratching down that stuff. Otherwise, it's just not going to polish properly. Okay, so that's the other tip. This is a nice piece of jasper. It went through the polishing process. Okay, just beautiful rocks out here at Imperial Dam. If you're into rock hounding, you'll probably really love it out here. Okay, this is my rock hounding 101, so to speak. This is Eagle Eric signing off out in the deserts of Southern California, basically.